Hello to my wonderful family. Oh yes. So it's about that time. Gonna do something a little different today. Yes, we are. But guess what? Gonna talk about the weather a little bit here. Yes. And I hope everyone's doing well today. It's like 16 degrees warmer than what it was yesterday. Yesterday that wind was really doing it. Yes, it was. But today, nice day. So every day is really a nice day. We have no control over this weather. Just deal with it, right? Okay, so what we're going to do today, we're going to do it with some peaches today. Yes, we are. So without further ado, let's get going here, family. All right, I got the oven on. It has been preheating and got it on 400. Got a cooking dish here. My hands are clean, family. Yes, they are, but guess what? I'm going to rinse them again. You know, I can get down with that, so I don't have a problem with that. I'm going to dip down here and get a napkin. Yeah, paper towel, I should say. And dry these hands. And we won't worry about any noises we hear in the background, family, as life goes on. Okay, here's our dish. We have 2 cans of peaches here. Into the dish they go. I'd like to ask you to subscribe to the channel and click the like button. You know, we enjoy your company over here. Yes, we do. So, what I have here is xanthan gum, and it's equivalent to cornstarch. So, we have a tablespoon of that. I measured it out. We're going to put that in here. Set that to the side. And then we have brown sugar here. So what we ended up doing is we used, putting glasses on here, we used a half a cup of brown sugar. So let me do this with this fork. I'm going to put that in like so. Put this to the side. And then our addition also is 1/3 of a cup of granulated sugar. Got that in there. So now what we're going to do, we got that in, we're going to do some mixing here, okay? So I'll take this spoon and let's just do this, okay? Just going to mix it around like so, like so. You know, the cornstarch is like a binding agent, so the xanthan gum, and I'm going to go over that with you, it's the same, you know. So we just mix it around like so. In our little dish, you know, there we go. Pull it back a little bit, family. I want to make sure you see this. There you go. And even if you're using cornstarch, you do not want to use too much. You don't want it gummy gum, you know. Okay, so we have that. And now what we're going to do is we're going to shake some cinnamon over this. And here we have our cinnamon. So we're just going to shake some cinnamon. Well, that was kind of rough. Okay, cinnamon over that. And we're going to do a little more mixing. This is how I like to do it. Mix our cinnamon throughout, like so. Okay, it works well. It really does, family. There we go. Okay, now what we're going to do is we have, put this here, we have Pillsbury traditional yellow box cake. I'm going to take this, I'm going to get our little cooking scissors out, and you know we always wash these. And we're going to sprinkle this over the peaches like so, okay? Like so, family. And really, you can use like a half, you know, of this, like so, okay? Now, I have butter in the refrigerator, so I'm going to get the butter out, okay? I sliced this butter earlier and I put it back in the refrigerator because I did not want it to sit out here and melt. Give me another glove here. And so, And this is a stick of butter, family. The whole stick. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our little pads like this, and we're going to go throughout this, like so, like so, like so. And if you want, as you do that, you can still, I wouldn't advise it unless you're going to put some extra butter on, you know, because you really want the butter on top of your cake mix here. So there we go. There we go. Like so, family. I'm going to have us a nice little treat here. Like so. Like so. And I'm going to get some more butter out of here. And I used unsalted butter. So I'm going to open this. And what I did is I did have a cutting mat down earlier. But I realized all I had to do was open the butter like this. And it's up to you what you want to put underneath. You can use a dish if you like, which I'll just take this. And you can slice, you know. Here you go. And just put it up here like so. There we go. Put some more here. There we go. There we go. I'm going to end up putting another half stick here. So that's a stick and a half. And that's only because I added extra cake mix to this. Here we go. Okay. Piece here. Okay, so now you can tighten up your dish like this, okay? Go around and clean it up if you want. And then you can place this in the oven. Okay? So here we go. And what I want to do is, I have this cookie sheet. So I'm going to put this here. Before I do that, I'm taking these plastic gloves off. I think that's a good idea. Oh, one more thing. Back over here we go. Like this, moving fast. We're going to sprinkle some walnuts across the top of this, okay? Sprinkle you some walnuts, like so. Doesn't have to be many, you know, it's up to you. How many you want to put up here. But here we go, okay? So we have walnuts there. Put some more here. Okay, now into the oven. Okay. Here we go. Perfect. I'm gonna have a seat and talk to you for a minute. So what we ended up doing here is we had 2 cans of peaches. We drained 1 can and we ended up putting, you know, both of them in. Like I say, 1 can was drained, so we used the juice of just 1 can of peaches. Then we used our, you're gonna use cornstarch, or you can get you, this is Z-A-N-T-H-A-N, and it's gum. It's just like cornstarch. So we ended up using some of this, and I don't want to tell you wrong. So we ended up with 1 tablespoon of cornstarch, and then we used half a cup of brown sugar. This is great value brown sugar that we use. And then what I did is I used like a half cup of regular sugar. No, a third of a cup of regular sugar. Correct myself. And then what we ended up doing is we stirred this up, mixed it. Then we put some cinnamon in and we mixed again. Then we ended up putting our box cake, you know, mix. And you only want to use like half the box, you know. If you use more, then you're going to need some more butter. So we use that. I'm gonna have to put this up. And then we ended up with our pads of butter. Had to stop myself. Put that on, and then you end up putting it in the oven. Oven is at 400, and we're gonna do this. Let me get this clock over here. I'm gonna do this for 30 minutes, okay? And I'm gonna check it at the 24-minute mark. I'll do that. Or 25 minutes, we'll do that. So let's do this. Start. And we're gonna blink for a quick one. And I'm gonna tidy this up. Lovely fam. Okay, let's do this. Take a little blink. Okay, family, we're 15 minutes in. I was busy cleaning here. And we're gonna peek at our creation. See what we got going on. Get a mitt. And let's open it up. Yes. Okay. It's looking good, family. So we can close that back up, and we're gonna wait a while. Yes, we are. It's gonna be delicious. Oh, yes. Okay, family, it's time for us to take this out of the oven. Let's do this. Oh, yes. Yes, it is beautiful. Oh, my. Look at this, family. Absolutely gorgeous. We're gonna have to let this cool, okay? So I'll set it here for now. And I'm going to get something to set it on so it can cool. I am happy about this. I'm telling you, this is going to be good. Yes, it is. I love you. Let's let this cool, okay? Okay, family, so here's our beautiful peach creation. Beautiful, yes it is. Yes, and let's go over these ingredients. So, what we used was 2 cans of Del Monte peaches. You can use any brand peaches you like. I just happen to have these Del Monte sliced peaches. So what we did is we took 1 can, we used the entire can. We poured it in this dish, and then this can we drained the syrup off of it and poured the peaches in. Then after that, what we did is we added in some, you know what, family? I don't know what I did with my recipe. I won't worry about it because I got everything right here. You know I believe in keeping it 100 with you. Give me 1 second. Let me see what I did with my recipe, because I want to make sure you get this, you know. And this is something that I made up, so you know, and it's good. Okay, here we go. Let's grab my little book. So what you do, you got your 2 cans of peaches, and then what you're gonna do is you're gonna put in either a tablespoon of cornstarch or Zando glue, and I might be having a problem with the pronunciation, but I always spell things for you anyway, so let's do this. It's Xanthan gum. This is just like cornstarch, and what you're going to do is you're going to use a tablespoon of this. So after you put the peaches in, you're going to put a tablespoon of this in, and then what you're going to do is you're going to use a 1/2 cup of brown sugar, and what I did is I used light brown sugar. My reasoning for that is because I also use 1/3 cup of sugar, granulated sugar. So I then sprinkle cinnamon over this, and then I put the traditional yellow by Pillsbury. You don't necessarily have to use Pillsbury, but I favor Pillsbury, so that's what I use. And I used like 1/2 a box, you know, so I still had 1/2 left. And I have a reasoning for that also. So Then after you do that, you can, you know, you're gonna mix everything though before you put this in. So mix your peaches, mix your brown sugar, mix your 1/3 of a cup of granulated sugar. You already have your either cornstarch or your Xandu gum in there. You're gonna mix all of that, and your cinnamon, mix all of that. Then you put this in. Then after you put this in, you're going to get you some butter. You want a stick of butter. You're gonna slice that. Okay, so you're going to slice an entire stick of butter, and you're going to put that in on top of your cake mix. Then once you do that, it's up to you. You know, we always speak on nut allergies, so if anyone's got nut allergies, don't use any. I like to use either walnuts right here or pecans. So you can sprinkle some of those on top, and then what you can do, you can take your cinnamon again and you can sprinkle some of your cinnamon on. What you're going to do then is you're going to put this in the oven. You want your oven between 375 and 400 degrees. And with that being said, you slide it in. You're going to leave it in for 18 minutes. What I did is I gauged my time. I wanted it to sit in the oven for 30 minutes baking, but at the 18-minute mark, I checked. And you can check, and what you do when you check, you take a spoon, get your teaspoon, and you can touch around, you know, and see what's happening there on the sides, or use a fork. If it seems a little like it's I don't want to say soupy, because it's not necessarily soupy, but if you feel like you might want to add some more of that cake mixture in there, you can slide it out, get your teaspoon, then go into your little bag of cake mix that you have left, and then just sprinkle it around the sides. Take it out a teaspoon at a time and fill in on the sides. You're going to do that. Then once you do that, you can work it down in there. That's only if you feel you need to add, you know. And then you can sprinkle some more cinnamon. Put it back in the oven, let it finish for the remainder of the 30 minutes that you set it at. With that being said, you're going to look at your cake at the 30-minute mark, and you're going to see what, or pie, you know, it depends on what you want to call it. And I like to call it, it's like a peach cake surprise dessert. You can name it whatever you want to name it. You know, we do our thing over here. But you check it at the 30-minute mark, and then you might want to add an additional 10 minutes. You're going to check your coloring too. At this point, you're checking your coloring. You can, you know, once you add your additional cake mixture in there, you can work it around the edges. You can work it, you know, and like I say, you just put it on back in there and let it bake. And this is what you're gonna get. And I'm telling you, it smells delicious. You can smell the cinnamon, the peaches. I mean, everything is on time, family. So you do know at the beginning of this recipe, I did add an extra half of stick of butter. And with adding that extra half a stick of butter, that might be a reasoning why you might need to add some additional cake, you know, mix in there. Otherwise, if you don't add that extra half stick of butter, you might not have to do anything. So I want to do this one more time. I'd like to ask you to subscribe to the channel, family, if you're just stepping into the room. And let's start this situation over one more time, because I want to make sure we get this right. I'm so excited about this. I love it. Oh, it's just delicious. So as I said, you're going to get your 2 cans of peaches. You can go to Publix too and get peaches. They, you know, Publix, sometimes you can find peaches, sliced peaches at Dollar Tree. And if you can find them, pick them up. Hey, I do. So get your peaches and put them in your dish here. And like I said, you're going to drain one of the cans. The other can, you're going to put all of it in, you know. And then what you're going to do is you're going to put a tablespoon of cornstarch in there, you know, or your Xandu gum, and that's for binding. Then you're going to put a half a cup of brown sugar. I use light brown sugar. Then you're going to put a 1/3 of a cup of sugar in there. Then what you're gonna do is you're gonna shake some cinnamon, you know, throughout and stir. Stir, blend, mix. You know how we do it. Then, with that being said, that's when you're gonna get the big gun out. And you're gonna sprinkle about a half of your cake mix in, a half to a third. It's up to you. Put that in there, and then what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your butter, one stick, you sliced your butter, and you put it on. Then you can sprinkle some more cinnamon across it, and if you want to add some nuts to it, you know, pecans or walnuts, do that, family. And this is delicious. I'm gonna let it cool a bit more, and then I'm gonna do I'm gonna have to check that out. So I just want to do this with you today. I love you, family. I love you, I love you, I love you. And family, always love yourself. Love yourself first. That's the most important thing you can do. I didn't really want to get into the t-shirt. Let's do this. It says, I'm just drinking water and minding my business. My business is you when we're in this room together. We're each other's business because we're into our creations together. I love you. With that being said, love yourself first. And family, I'm just going to say bye for now. Bye.